what we did on the very first day before we started practices, we got in the locker room and we had a meeting about what goes into winning a basketball game, and we ended up listing about 30 plus things. And then I said, no one can focus on all these 30 things, so we're just going to focus on winning. And if you want to win, you won't turn the ball over. If you want to win, you will contest shots. If you want to win, you will box out. If you want to win, you will get back on defense. If you want to win, you will talk and communicate, and on and on and on and on. So we've emphasized winning. Coming off last year, we just want to win, and that's what we want to teach our players. And we have enough depth and competition in practice to where we could really have game-like atmospheres, both in the quality of the players you're going up against, and frankly, we have guys fighting for playing time. We don't want anyone entitled. We want them to earn everything that they have. And when you have to fight to win every day, it follows logic that you're probably going to be more prepared to win in games. Well, the competition we have is because of the depth, and it just makes everyone get better. But it makes it very difficult for me to decide playing time issues. I have 11 eligible players, and frankly, there's some players who have had health issues in the past that I wasn't sure if they'd be healthy this year, and they are. There were players who were good students, but because of NCAA minutia might not have been eligible, and now they're eligible. So I was planning on having maybe 9 healthy eligible players. Now I have 11. That's a gigantic difference. So my decisions are much more difficult than I anticipated. So we played 2 extreme veteran execution teams in the preseason, and our freshmen struggled in preparation for playing those kind of styles, which is no high school player seen anything like the Princeton offense or Carleton out there with 23-year-old players running an offense that they've had for 5 years. But now going into the Temple game, our freshmen are having a great week, and if their team wins the practice competitions, they'll be able to start that game. So I want guys, I'd like the players to decide the starting lineup. After the first 3-4 minutes, I'll decide the playing time from that point forward. But I like that everyone on our team can be encouraged that they have a chance to play and not, well, I'm just going to sit on the bench this year. And I like that our veteran players and some of our most talented guys feel like I have to prove it every day, because they're not going to reach their potential if they're good some of the time. We need our top players to be good all of the time, and we're putting that pressure on them in practice. None of these things would be possible without the depth we have. Like I said, it's a little more than I expected going into the year, but with everyone healthy and eligible, we're really deep, and the players have to fight every day, and I have some tough choices to make. Our more long-term assistants, Horace Owens and Sean Neal, and in operations, Matt Bloom, and in player development, Matt Sheehan, those guys have been with me a long time, and they know what I want. But at the same time, they'll challenge me, and they want to win, and they'll point things out that I or the team can do better. So they're just perfect, in my opinion. Matt Brady is a different addition. He's new, but he's an extraordinary coach. I think he's one of the best coaches I've known over the years. I think he's one of the best coaches in the Atlantic 10, head coaches included. I'm really relying on him to make our offense better. He's a great defensive coach, but I think his offensive expertise clearly surpasses mine, and like I said, most coaches in the A-10, head or assistant. So I think he's really helping us offensively, and we think differently on some things, the same on a lot of things, but he challenges me, and he just makes me better. So I think already we're turning it over less, and our spacing is better because of him. I think we're playing a little bit faster because of him on the defensive end. He's a big stickler on boxing out, and I think we're paying more attention to that too. So you don't hire someone who's had recruited and developed 4 or 5 NBA players, and who's led teams to the NCAA tournament, and who's had multiple 20-win and winning seasons without that person making things better. So that's part of our plan, and we're lucky to have him. Every game should be the same, but fans and players are not immune to getting excited about certain teams, and especially rivalries, especially elite teams, and Temple fits the description of both those in terms of being a rivalry game and an elite team. So I do think it energizes your preseason. I do think it's different. The coach speak thing that every game is the same doesn't quite work, even though I'm right. They all count the same in the standings, and coaches really do think that way. But the players and fans certainly don't think like coaches. And they're going to be a little more excited playing a rivalry game in an unbelievable atmosphere at Temple for their season opener. They have a bye week in football, so I'm sure coming off an NCAA tournament year and an American Conference championship, there's tremendous enthusiasm around their program, and there's no football this weekend, so everything there will be focused on that. So we'll be going in to play a terrific opponent in a great atmosphere, and I think everyone's excited about it.